Welcome back to Sunday Yoga Ritual. This is where we reset our nervous systems so we can feel more regulated and at ease throughout the entire week, no matter what comes our way. We can feel a little more resilient. We can bounce back to our state of peace or as close to homeostasis as we can get. Through movement, breath, and meditation, yoga, we can regulate our nervous system. We can feel more grounded and centered. And this has ripple effects out into your life, whether that's your home life, your family, or even your community. So thank you for being here and sharing this practice with me. Sunday yoga is an opportunity for me to share what I need in my body. So I'm a yoga therapist, I'm a yoga teacher, but mostly I'm a yoga student. And I use yoga to help me feel more grounded and feel centered. And so that's what I share on Sunday. I don't share a scripted sequence or some kind of magic wand that's going to help you get through life. You got to keep coming back to the practice, just like I have for the past decade or more. Your time, your energy, your effort is so worth it here. Lately, I have been feeling like I've got too many tethers out. You know, like how an octopus has 8 tentacles? If they're not called tentacles, you can let me know in the comments, but I'm going to call them tentacles for now. I think that's what they're called. So they have 8 and they're kind of out and kind of swimming around their body. That's kind of how I've been feeling lately with my senses. 5 senses: sight, sound, hearing, touch, taste. It's like I'm looking for extra stimulation, even though I don't really need it. And what that's representing for me is my prana. So your energy goes where your prana goes. And your prana is your energy, it's your 5 senses. And so when I'm looking here into social media and I've got 10 apps open on my phone and 12 on my computer, I'm using a lot of prana. When I have people to take care of, people to call back, questions for my own internal self, my well-being, I've got dinner to make and grocery lists to make and all of the things. You might have kids going to and from school and sporting events and or work, a demanding job that requires you to hold many tasks at once. So you can't see it. It's not physical when that's happening, right? It's not like you have a broken arm and somebody can see like, oh, there's a lot more she's carrying or he's carrying right now. It's internal, it's quiet, and nobody can really sense it. And sometimes we're not so good at even sensing it within our own body to let somebody know, let alone that uncomfortableness we can feel to speak up and say, hey, I'm kind of drowning here. So I'm getting a little bit off track from the yoga. I usually come into Sunday yoga and we get right to it, but hang on with me for just a little bit longer, and then we'll do some gentle movement, breath, and Savasana. So having these tentacles out in all these different directions, my energy becomes depleted. And for me, that shows up as like feeling unmotivated. There are times that shows up as like deep overwhelm and exhaustion. For right now, what I'm noticing is that it's just showing up as the lack of motivation, not knowing what to do, where to start. I have all these things I want to do. What should I do? And what happens is I do nothing. And that doesn't feel good. We need rest, and there is constructive rest that feels good. There is rest that is not needed to be earned. You don't have to do anything to rest. But I'm kind of talking about that feeling of like, yeah, I did the thing today. I did the thing I said I wanted to do. That feeling that we get when we lay our head down on the pillow. I haven't had that feeling lately because I've been unmotivated to get to my work. And so today's yoga practice is going to be about bringing in those tentacles, bringing our prana in. We'll do breath and movement postures that help to actually bring the energy back in, ground our energy. When you feel centered, your energy is in your center. It's not over here and there and with this person and on that task. It's right here. So that's what we're going to do today. Thanks for hanging in with me. And let's go ahead and just get started. So find your comfortable seat. And as always, you can do this practice laying down, choose which postures you want to do, take what of the practice you'd like and leave the rest. Do 5 minutes of it, come back later, do all of it at once. This is your practice. The more you return to it, the more consistent you are, the more you will feel the effects of your yoga. Okay. Close your eyes and just notice what's present. You might feel sensations. Perhaps you notice a busy mind. You might tune into how much of your breath is in your awareness. And as you might have guided your awareness over your breath, see if you can deepen that a little bit, become more aware of your breath. Where in your body is your breath moving? Is it deep, slow, shallow, quick, or rapid? Without judgment, we're just noticing. And by noticing, we're beginning to bring our prana, our senses, inward. So you can imagine you're coming inward like plugging in your own cell phone. You're coming into charge or recharge. We're going to begin with a little breath practice. And this is going to be a little visualization. So if that's difficult for you, you could just stay with your breath just as it is, or any sensations that you have around your breath that feel safe enough. As you inhale, imagine your breath is clearing the mind. And as you exhale, your breath turns to light and clears your system. If water is more cleansing or easier to come to your imagination, you could breathe in and use your exhale like a washing experience. See if you can relax your shoulders down your back and get a little heavier into the surface below you. With the breath that you've cultivated now, allow it to continue on as you witness this process. See if you can need to not manage the process as much. And if your mind gets too distracted, you can always come back to leading your breath. See if you can imagine the breath comes in, clears your mind, and goes out, cleansing, washing away. When you feel ready, you can begin to blink your eyes open. We're going to come into standing. So come up into an upright posture. And if you're laying down for this practice or you want to stay seated, that is absolutely okay. You're just going to follow the cues that your body can do. Have your feet about hip distance apart. And lift all 10 toes. You can wave them at me. I'll wave mine at you. And then place them down and press into your big toe and then all of your toes. Allow some weight into your heel mound and then spread the weight evenly across your feet. So we're going to go through this one pretty slow right now. You'll be able to use what you learn in this posture through all of our Sunday yoga ritual practices. So keep a light bend in your knees. You're going to press down into the floor. Keep that bend, and then begin to spin your inner thighs towards the wall behind you. So it's not something you're going to be able to physically see in my body. This is an isometric motion here, but you might feel the hips widening. Another thing you can do is imagine you have a resistance band, one of those circle bands, or just imagine a large rubber band around your hips, and you're holding that. So you're placing your weight, your force, your momentum outward as you're pressing it down. Spinning your inner thighs back. Inhale, reach up, lift your arms up, look up. Press down into the earth as you reach up. Take a big inhale. Then we're going to do waterfall breath as we forward fold. So with your inhale, exhale like the sound of a waterfall. Inhale, reach up, press down to rise, look up. Take your big full inhale, waterfall breath, forward fold. Two more times. Last one, nice and slow. Exhale. Stay in your forward fold for your inhale and an exhale. You could grab each elbow with one hand if you'd like. Place your hands on your shin to halfway lift. Lift your chest, draw your shoulders down your back. Imagine somebody standing behind you, pulling on your hips as you reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, waterfall breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, waterfall. Bend your knees generously, root to rise, press down into the ground to lift all the way up, look up. Bring your hands together and draw to heart center. We'll take warrior one now. Step your front foot, we'll do the right first. Right foot, toes facing forward, and you can step your back foot back, maybe 1 to 2 leg lengths. Your foot will be about 45-degree angle out towards the outer edge of your mat. We're going to inhale, bring in that breath all the way to clear your mind, bend into your right knee, and imagine pulling your mat apart. As you exhale, waterfall breath, exhale, bring your elbows by your side and your chest down towards it. Inhale, press down into the earth to rise up. Pull the mat apart with your legs. Exhale, waterfall breath. Inhale up. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Step back into upward hands, Tadasana. Step the opposite leg forward. This one's my left. About 1 or 2 leg distance. Turn your toes out to about a 45-degree angle. Begin pressing down and in opposite directions with your feet. Your feet are fully grounded. And your next exhale, humble warrior, waterfall breath. Inhale. Two more times. Go slow. If you become breathless, do less repetitions or go slower. The next time you're back in Warrior One, step your right foot forward, bring palms together, and swan dive into a forward fold. Heel toe your feet about as wide as your mat and sit your hips back down, Malasana. With your elbows between your knees if possible, press your elbows into your knees, lift your chest. Notice the sensations of the bottom of your feet on your mat or the surface below you. Perhaps temperature or texture. And let's sit back onto our hips and come all the way down onto your back. If you have a blanket or a block, that's going to be helpful to place underneath your hips for this next posture. Lifting your hips. A wall can be really helpful too. You could put your legs up on the wall, or you could put them up on a couch if that's close by, or a chair. So placing a block under your hips as I am. You can reach up with your feet. This is called waterfall pose. You can release any control or leadership of your breath. And we're going to rest here with our legs up for some time. So if you would prefer to use a wall, you'll bring your hips close to the wall and then turn so that your legs are up the wall and your hips can be close to the wall as well. You can spread your arms out to a T with your palms face up. And just notice your own breath. No need to change it. If you can release any holding in your jaw, let your tongue be loose, perhaps laying flat at the bottom of your mouth. Or maybe the tip of your tongue rests on the back side of your front teeth. With our legs above our heart, there are multitudes of benefits. We're just going to notice the sensations of our own body and trust the benefits. We'll trust the why behind the what. You might notice your toes or feet changing in temperature. We're going to be here for about another 45 to 60 seconds. So if you're not using a wall and you're getting tired, you can always come down, bring your knees to your chest and rest in Apanasana. That's where we're headed next. Notice any sensations from your ankles down to your hips. So feeling tone in your solar plexus or your heart space. If there's just one posture that you remember or leave with or can add to your yoga tools arsenal, it's Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. You could use a headboard. The back of the couch is fine, but you also need to be conscious. If your legs are just up on the back of the couch and you're watching TV, you're not going to truly get the benefit of feeling the energy shift. When you're ready, bring your knees down towards your chest if they aren't already. You can wrap your arms around your shins. We're going to be here for several breaths. If you prefer to bring your knees in line with your armpits, that's welcome. Notice your breathing in your lower belly. As you feel ready, you can extend your legs out into Savasana. If you'd like an eye pillow or a blanket, that can be helpful when we're bringing the prana inward. Even a little weight of a blanket can help you feel a little more present and grounded. Your ankles splay open. I'm going to take my palms face down on the ground today. Before we deepen into our Shavasana, let's bring back that breath practice from the beginning. And we'll consider our three minds here. The one you're most familiar with, the thinking mind. We often associate this with the brain or being in the head. The heart mind, the intelligence of our own beating heart. And the gut mind, that feeling that we just know it's right because it's in our gut. Inhale to your gut, to your solar plexus. And exhale, wash away. No need to physically do the waterfall breath here, but to only imagine it with your mind. Breathe up into your heart space, clearing space, and exhale, cleansing energy. Finally, drawing the inhale all the way up your spine, your neck, your face, all the way up to the crown of your head. And exhaling, washing, cleansing. Let your body get heavy into Shavasana. Soften all the muscles of your face, corners of your eyes, the bridge between your eyes. The muscles of your cheeks and your jaw. Let your hands get heavy Imagine your arms, your chest also getting heavy. Imagine a lightness in your belly. This can be illumination or a feeling of lightness, the opposite of heavy. Imagine your legs and your heels get heavy into the surface below you as the surface below you meets you and holds you. Let go. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the heaviness of your body, or perhaps observing your own breath. Once more, release any holding in your body. Perhaps your hips can release. Or perhaps just an earlobe or a thumb can be more relaxed. Colors, sensations, spontaneous thoughts may arise. We need not investigate, but perhaps be in wonder, curiosity, and let that be enough. Please stay here as long as you can. If you found a sweet spot, you know how to come out of Savasana. Don't worry about those instructions or following along, but follow along with your own body, your own tempo. If you would like to be guided out of Shavasana, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Perhaps deepen your breath. Make larger movements. You need to raise your hands above head and stretch. And one knee, then the other. And roll to one side. Pause here for a second. And when your body says it's time, you can push yourself up to a seat. And let's just sit together for a moment of mindfulness. Notice your own octopus tentacles now and how that's feeling. You feel a little more collected and center in your own body. Just notice. You weren't wrong and you're not bad for allowing the tentacles in all of their directions. You can notice how it feels to have them reined in a little. Please bring your hands to heart center if this is a gesture you enjoy. And you could bow your brain mind towards your heart mind and your gut mind. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me and allowing me to share some of my practice with you. I hope to see you next time. Thank you.